Hello and welcome back to the Owen Glendale Model Railway. In the next video we'll be reviewing this Hornby Q1. This locomotive was purchased by me, I believe it was about 7 years ago at Lord & Butler for a price of £114. It'll be an interesting review because my brother is a big fan of the Q1s, and he was the one who suggested me into purchasing this locomotive in the first place. So hopefully this locomotive is as good as it looks. Now it's time to take it out of the box and onto the turntable and see the details more up close and personal. Here we are at the turntable with the Hornby Q1 and the interesting design choices that Oliver Bullied put into this locomotive is easily seen here. It's very basic in its design, but for the time when this locomotive was designed and built, Britain was undergoing the Second World War, so the design of this locomotive needed to be as effective and simple as possible. Now we just get a little bit closer so we can see more of the detail. Here we are close up and personal with the Q1, and its very unique design is very interesting. It's pretty plain to look at with its British Rail plain black livery. I don't think any of these had any other livery apart from this. If you see this little part which my fingers pointed to, some of the earlier Q1s had it. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but if anyone kind enough to mention what it is in the comments section, I would be very much appreciated. You got the running number, the shed code number, sprung buffers, but is typical what you would expect from a loco like this. The unique designed reels from Oliver Bullied. I believe these are a cast one, a complete cast reel for lightweight billet, for make it more lightweight and easier to maintain. We do have an excellent cab. Tender. The British Railways insignia is beautifully applied, just like with the number. We got a ladder. A pretty interesting locomotive. Now we'll go over and tell the story and history of the Q1. The Q1 was designed by Oliver Bullied, built in 1942 with a total of 40 locomotives built. These locomotives gotten many nicknames during their service, such as Ugly Ducklings, Coffee Pots, Charlies, Biscuit Tins, Biscuit Bowels, Clockworks, and Frankensteins. They were used initially on intense freight runs during the Second World War. They ran mostly on the Southern Railway. Bullied incorporated many innovations and rate-saving concepts to produce a highly functional design. The highly unusual design of the locomotive gave the locomotive the opportunity to becoming Britain's most powerfulest 060 locomotive ever built. so they were operated on many heavy freight lines, good for such as hauling a freight of tanks ready for D-Day or Spitfires ready to help Britain fight against the Germans. Many of these locomotives were able to be allocated to other railways after the war, and they were pretty good. They maintained their way, performing such tasks, continuing on very heavy freight and very rarely sometimes coaches. But withdrawing of the class began in 1963 and finished in 1966, with only one left in preservation, which is the prototype that is currently at the National Railway Museum. It's a good place to visit, and seeing it up close and personal, it was a beautiful experience. Now it's time to take this locomotive down to the track and see what it can do. Here we are at the track with the Hornby Q1. Before you start typing saying why is a freight locomotive operating with coaches? One, this is a heritage line. So these locomotives run with whatever we have at hand. And secondly, if you look on the thumbnail of this video, this actual locomotive did actually pull coaches in real life. So as for its running session, we decided to go with an 0607 locomotive. So with the Q1 we have these 7 green coaches. They actually do look quite nice with its locomotive. And on the second line we have the Hornby Drummond 700 with some mineral wagons, with an actual proper southern brake van which I purchased last year at the Swansea Railway Expedition. And on the third line we have the Batman C-Class with some blood and custard coaches. Now it's time to let these locomotives show us what they're made of.
Shake your head. or what you say you believe. Count the hours until you say you'll leave. I'm not your whipping boy, boy. You broke my world to pieces, you destroyed. Whoa. Every night you find me screaming, stand up and shout. Every morning I'll be waiting. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. Stand up and shout. I can hear the words you're saying. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. You won't take a piece of me. I'm no open door. Fake heartache's easy to ignore. The same old story. It's not about the clothes you wear or the way you move. I'll find my own way, got nothing to prove. It's my right to choose, choose. Gonna be no winners when you lose. Oh, every night you find me screaming, stand up and shout. Every morning I'll be waiting. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. Stand up and shout. I can hear the words you're saying. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. Your whipping boy, boy. You broke my world to pieces, you destroyed. Whoa. Every night you find me screaming, stand up and shout. Every morning I'll be waiting. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. Stand up and shout. I can hear the words you're saying. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. Stand up and shout. Every morning I'll be waiting. Stand up and shout. I'll be praying that you've gone. chasing moonbeams. The boat breakers, we're moving on. Gonna reach out through the starlight. We can't go wrong. It's not like it is in the movies. It's hard enough to find a true romance. Forever chasing the moonbeams. Treat every day as if it's your first dance. Whoa, whoa, chasing moonbeams. Whoa, whoa, chasing moonbeams. Whoa, whoa, chasing moonbeams. Whoa, whoa, chasing moonbeams.
A beautiful running session comes to a close. My final thoughts on the Hornby Q1. It's a beautiful runner and would be an incredible addition to anyone who is a fan of the Southern Railway. An excellent addition to anyone who wants to recreate wartime on their layouts. Because this locomotive certainly it makes a point of making the scene most appropriate for any Southern or wartime recreation for any layout, or even if you just want a freight locomotive in general, this locomotive is perfect for the task. And if you want one for yourselves, look, there's many on eBay. If you're lucky, model railway expeditions or even model shops. These locomotives are definitely worth the time and effort to find and have, because they are worth it, basically. That concludes my review of the Hornby Q1. If you have any comments, please write them down for any ideas for the future, as long as they are feasible. We do read all the comments and we do answer as many as we can. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to the Lone Ranger Motoring channel. That's all I have to say for today. See ya.